Good morning. For those who don't know me, my name is Jesse. I'm Director of Student and Alumni Affairs here at Cara Collective. The structure of our training is based on you gotta get people to first believe. You cannot solve your problems with the same mindset that created them. If I've got a flawed belief system and I'm using that same belief system, it will not get me out of this situation. So what has to change? I've got to start changing my belief system and my mindset first. How do you begin to do that? And so the only way you can do it, one, is you got to develop trust. After I start trusting you, now I start believing you, and I see some people ringing a bell because they got a job. Or I see some people blowing a whistle because they found an interview on their own. Or I see somebody who got a certificate simply because they became send-out eligible. Now I start seeing what is possible. Wow, if they can do it, I can do it. Maybe that can happen for me. I can see myself doing that. After that, the next phase of that is you start seeing the paradigm shift. You start seeing changes in behavior. Just little small things, showing up on time, taking responsibility for things, even when I make a mistake, not coming up with excuses. Little small paradigm shifts in behavior shifts. And then the next phase of the training is the healing process. You know, not only just to being able to forgive others, but how do I start forgiving myself?
Our transformations, which is don't relax, think outside the box, change your behavior, look with new eyes, and of course my favorite is know the deepest truth of who you are. And that's social-emotional piece. That's that piece that allows people to get outside of their comfort zone even if they're afraid to do so. We also still implement our core competencies, and that's the professional side. We have communication, team building, conflict management, professionalism, and time management. So when we marry those two, and I like to use that word marry, when we marry those two, they do become united, and because you can't have one without the other. Our personal side goes hand in hand with our professional side and vice versa. So I actually had participants say, hey, look, I'm not understanding what this has to do with me finding a job. And I get that, I understand that. But you know, I talk so much about the personal and the professional side going hand in hand. If you don't pay attention to that personal side, it's easy to become distracted. It's easy to fall down. It's easy to get caught up in those things that put you in a situation that you didn't want to be in the first place. So we look at what it means to love yourself. We look at what it means to walk in your greatness. We look at what it means to even make the mistakes that you've actually made in the past. Once they're able to walk on that personal side, it's easier to grasp that professional side.
I spent from the age of, I want to say 22 till like 30 incarcerated. I look at my life as an open book. I don't mind sharing my story with people because I look at myself, you know, as one of the lucky ones. The transformations and things of that nature that went on here at Cara, and I really think that it kind of changed my whole thought process on Cara in itself.